No other frontier army post had gallows, but in Fort Misery they were a permanent fixture, lovingly cared for by Tobias Zimmerman, the civilian carpenter, a severe man of high intelligence who also acted as hangman. So far in the fort's year of existence, he'd pulled the lever on 2 soldiers, and at night he slept like a baby. Zimmerman, Sergeant Major Olinger, and a Slavic Catholic priest with a name nobody could pronounce stood on the platform along with the condemned man, a thin young towhead with vicious green eyes. Fort Misery's only other officer, Lieutenant James Hall, was 30 years old, and some questionable bookkeeping of regimental funds had earned him a one-way ticket from Fort Grant to the wastelands. A beautiful officer with shoulder-length black hair and a full beard that hung halfway down his chest, Hall stood, saber drawn, in front of the dismounted troop. 37 hard-bitten, shabby men standing more or less to attention. The troop had no designation, was not part of a regiment, and did not appear in army rolls. Wages and supplies were the responsibility of a corporal and a civilian clerk in Yuma, and deliveries of both were hit or miss. As one old soldier told a reporter in 1923, "The Army sent us to hell for our sins, and our only chance of redemption was to lay low and die under the guidon like heroes." A murmur buzzed like a crazed bee through the troop as Captain Kellerman mounted the steps to the gallows platform. Private McCarthy's arms and legs were bound with rope, and Sergeant Major Olinger had to lift him onto the trap door. Zimmerman slipped a black hood over the young man's head, then the hemp noose. He then returned to the lever that would drop the door and plunge the young soldier into eternity. The Army considered their cast-offs less than human, and McCarthy lived up to that opinion. He died like a dog, howling for mercy, his cries muffled by the hood. Despite the efforts of Lieutenant Hall, the flat of his saber wielded with force, the soldiers broke ranks and crowded around the scaffold. Horrified, upturned faces revealed the strain of the execution. Soldiers pushed to the limit of their endurance. "Let him go," a man yelled, and the rest took it up as a chant. "Let him go! Let him go!" A few soldiers tried to climb onto the gallows, but Sergeant Major Olinger drew his revolver and stepped forward. "I'll kill any man who sets foot on these gallows," he roared. "Get back, you damned scum, or you'll join McCarthy in the grave."